Hello, this is Math Models, topic 3-1. We're going to be talking about how to solve equations with variables on both sides. This should be a review, but let's go ahead and go back over it. When we have parentheses, that means that we need to distribute. So I'm going to take the 3. I'm going to distribute it against everything. That gives me 6 plus 3 times v is 3v minus 4v equals v plus 16. Now if you'll notice, I have 3 terms. I don't want 3 terms, I want 2. So I'm going to combine these terms that are similar. 3v minus 4v is a negative v. So that gives me 6 minus v equals v plus 16. And now, what I need to do is I need to get all of my v's to one side. Well, I have a negative v and a positive v. If I add v to this side, that will make those cancel. Do the same to the other. And I get that 6 equals 2v plus 16. Now that I've got all my variable to one side, I'm going to move my regular numbers to the other by eliminating the 16. And so 2v equals a negative 10. Divide both sides by 2, and I get that v equals negative 5. And so that's my answer. Now I can check my answer, and I just simply do that by replacing v with negative 5. You'll notice I always put it in parentheses. The reason for that is that it helps me to make sure that I'm not making any mistakes. And so when I put these into the calculator, exactly the way that I see them, the first one gives me 11. And the second one also gives me 11. Because they're the same, that means I got the answer right. And so this part is just checking. It's actually optional. This right here is my answer. This just tells me that, hey, I got it right. So you feel free to check all of your work. I'm not going to go ahead and spend any more time checking the rest of mine on this video. But feel free to go ahead and check yours to make sure that you get the right answer. Moving on to problem number 2. The first thing I need to do is I need to distribute. And distribute. That gives me 2g minus 4 equals 2g minus 6. Well, I can combine those 2 minus 4s. That gives me 2g minus 8. Equals 2g minus 6. Move all of my variable to one side. I'm just going to go ahead and eliminate this 2g, which eliminates it on the other side, and I get that negative 8 equals negative 6. And this is a false statement. What this means is that I have no solution, or I can just simply draw the circle with a line through it. So if your variable cancels and you wind up with a false statement, then the answer is no solution. Nothing works. Now let's go ahead and have a look at example number 3. Again, we're going to distribute 3m plus 15 minus 6. 3m plus 9. I have some similar terms to combine. 15 minus 6 gives me 9, so I have 3m plus 9 equals 3m plus 9. And you may be going, hey, these look the same. They do. And when I do the next step of eliminating the variable, it gets eliminated on both sides, and I wind up with 9 equals 9. Well, this is a true statement. Okay? When you have a true statement, your answer is all real numbers, or you can write a fancy R to represent that. So if a variable disappears and you're left with a true statement, it's all real numbers. If you're left with a false statement, it is no solution. Let's go ahead and have a look at our next example. Example number 4. Now I'm looking at this and I'm going, I have fractions and I don't like fractions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eliminate the fractions by multiplying everything by 2. So 2 times 3 over 2 is 6 over 2, which is just 3x. Minus 2 times x is 2x. Equals 2 times 4 is 8. Plus 1/2 times 2 is 1x. Combine similar terms. X equals 8 plus x. When I subtract x, I get that 8 equals 0, which is false. And so we have no solution. Just another example of no solution. Let's work problem number 5. I'm going to distribute this negative 2 to everything. So 4 minus 2g plus 4 equals 2g plus 8. Well, 4 plus 4 is 8. So I have 8 minus 2g equals 2g plus 8. And you're tempted to go that these are the same, it's going to eliminate again. But this is negative and that's positive. So when I add 2g to both sides, I get that 8 equals 4g minus plus 8. I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides, and I get that 0 equals 4g. And divide both sides by 4. And 0 divided by anything is just 0. So g equals 0. And so you need to make sure that your variables are actually eliminating and not just close to eliminating. So what did we learn? We have no solution when we end up with a false statement. We have all real numbers when we wind up with true statements. So this should be a review. It's just solving equations. Your variable will be on both sides. Good luck on your assignment and have a good day.